Okay, let us move on to geography. So for geography, we're going to mostly just focus on the animals. And after the animals, we will go straight to the landforms and waterforms, the piece of paper that I sent home with you. So let's start by learning about the animals common to Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Okay, very quickly, let's just run through it. Make sure you memorize and master how it looks. Okay, say tarsier. Tarsier. Then we have orangutan. Orangutan. You can find this on page, where's the page? 101 of your geography book. Then we have tiger. Tiger. Okay, let's continue. Oh, hold on. Then we have panda. Panda. We have an Arctic hare. Arctic hare, and our peacock. Peacock. So this is just our review. Since we have already learned this, there's a few more here. Leopard and Komodo dragon. Leopard, Komodo dragon. We're just running through very quickly because I would like to focus more on the landforms and waterforms. Okay, let's move. Animals in Australia. Emu. Koala. We are now on page 114. Koala. Kookaburra. Kookaburra. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devil. Kiwi. Kiwi. Okay, and are there any more? That's it. And for Antarctica, we have very fewer even. We have an Adelie penguin. Adelie penguin. Emperor penguin. The difference is the yellow ring around their neck, okay? And the shape of the Adelie penguins, they are shorter and a little fatter. Emperor penguins are taller. So Emperor and Adelie. We have blue whale. We have Weddell seal and seagull. Seagull. Good. Okay, so animals, just focus on the animals. Now I want you to get your paper just like this one about the landforms and waterforms. So we'll discuss it again because I just introduced it to you yesterday, so it needs more time for discussion. So let's start. We're also gonna try to learn how to draw these items. Very simply, because part of your exam is gonna ask you to draw your own representation. So you do not have to follow exactly what Teacher Meg will draw, but you can draw your own. However, it needs to be similar to, I need to be able to identify that is exactly a mountain or whatever it is that I ask you. Okay, so let's start. Mountain. This picture is mountain. Okay, a mountain is any high area of land. A very high area of land. Okay, so if you want to draw a mountain on the board, let's just do it very simply. You can just draw a high area of land like that. Okay, so you can make it more beautiful, make it simpler, but I need to see a high area of land. Next. So let's go to the next one. Now, if a mountain is a high area of land, This is a mountain range. It means there are many mountains, a group of connected mountains. Okay, many mountains beside each other is called mountain range. Mountain range. So if you would like to draw as simple as possible, you can just draw 3 or 4 mountains beside each other, and I will consider that a mountain range. Okay, so there, mountain range. Let us move on to the third one. Here we have a hill. Okay, a hill is also a raised area of land, just like a mountain. However, the hill is smaller than a mountain. Not too high, smaller than a mountain. Usually hills do not have a sharp peak like mountains do. Usually they have a more rounded peak. So hills are smaller than a mountain with a more rounded peak. So to draw, you can just go like that. I can accept that for a hill. Okay, like that. Okay, as simple as that, that will be fine. It's a hill. Next, let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's move on. We are now here in the valley. Say valley. Okay, a valley, excuse me, is an area of low ground between 2 hills or 2 mountains. So in the middle of these hills or these mountains, there's a flat area. There can be a river just like the one in the picture, but even if there's no river, it is still considered a valley. Okay, so an area of a flat area in between hills or mountains. Let me draw for you. So if we have some hills here, well, where is the other hill? Okay, if we have 2 hills, this area here, that's our valley. The area between 2 hills or 2 mountains. Okay, that's the valley. Let's move on. Here we have a plateau. Say plateau. So simply put, a plateau is like a high area. It is an area of high flat land. But to make it easier to understand, you can just say it is like a mountain with a flat top. Okay, so it looks like this. So if a mountain looks like that, what you can do with a plateau is make that straight, like the roof of a house. Okay, so that is what a plateau looks like. Okay, good. Plateau. Let's move on. We have plain. Plain. A plain is a flat area of land. Usually there are no trees, there are no mountains, no hills. It's just flat. It is a good place for farmers to plant because it's flat with no distractions. So because it's flat, you can just go ahead and draw a flat piece of land. That will be fine. If you want to draw, maybe make it like a farm where farmers plant, you can do that there to make it flat. That's a little bit complicated, but yeah, there, that can pass for me as a hill, a plain. But again, the simpler the better, as long as I can understand and the main point is there. Okay, you can improvise however you want. So plain, a flat piece of land. Let's move on. We have our volcano. A volcano is a mountain with vents where molten lava, ash, cinders, and gas erupt. So just like our own Taal volcano here, volcano it's like a mountain with a vent or an opening on top, and if it gets too hot, then it erupts. So to draw volcano, just draw a mountain, but make a small hole, and then maybe you can draw some ash, or you can draw some lava flowing down. That's up to you. But we need a mountain with a vent. Okay, that's what a volcano is. Next. Now we will move to the water forms. So ocean, it is the biggest water form, biggest body of salt water. So when you taste the water of the ocean, it tastes salty. So for lack of a better way to draw an ocean, we can just draw the waves. I will understand. So go ahead and draw waves for the ocean. If you can make a better ocean than Teacher Meg, please do so. Say ocean. Okay, good. After the ocean, we go to the river. So a river is a large stream of fresh water that flows into an ocean or lake. Fresh water means it is not salty. When you taste the water of a river, it does not taste salty. And the river flows. It means it can move. So what you can do is to make like a snake, and you can draw some small waves there to indicate that it is flowing. Say river. Okay. Next, let's go to the lake. A lake is a body of water completely surrounded by land. It means there is no way for this lake to move to another place. It is just staying right where it is. It's surrounded by land. Say lake. Okay, so what I like to do when I draw a lake, because I think it's easier to portray land as grass. So you can just draw, grass around it to signify that it is surrounded by land. Again, if you can draw better than Teacher Meg, please draw. Okay, you can draw some trees, you can draw some flowers. So land, grass, trees, flowers, it means it's around the lake. Okay, so you got it. That's a lake. It's completely surrounded by land. And for our last water form, we have a waterfalls. Waterfall is water from a stream or river that falls from a high place to a lower place. So it falls from a high place to a lower place. Waterfalls. So to draw that, you would maybe draw two rocks. Then you got a mountain here. Then here's the waterfall, right? And then you have some splashes when it drops, and here you have the stream where the waterfall comes down. Okay? Wow. Waterfalls. Okay, congratulations. One more review down.